famous, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. Somebody sound me alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the East Hill Grand Ballroom. Welcome to night 2 of World Series Wrestling Legacy. You know, this tour right now is called Legacy because we are celebrating 20 years of World Series Wrestling, bringing the best wrestling in the world down here to Australia. And the reason the World Series Wrestling brings that world-class wrestling to Australia is because of the fans that are in this building who, just like they have every time we have been here to East Hill Hotel, have sold out this venue. Thank you, Brisbane! Now, I personally am very excited for some of the talent that's on tonight. Some of the wrestlers that are going to be sharing this ring. Whether it's the people from Brisbane, the people like Ricky Utomi, the people like Eugenie, the people like Bobby Bishop who represent Queensland. As well as the Australian wrestlers, people like Lena, Kross, and Jessica Troy, and the Parea, who are showing how good Australian wrestling is. But not only that, we have a stacked roster of international talent. People like Shigehiro Irie, people like Nemeth, people like Santana Garrett, people like Raj Dhesi, people like the Bollywood Boyz, people like Matt Cardona. Mixed response there, that's okay. Very nice, very evil. Who loved that Danhausen? Now, this show is going to be so stacked that it's not just for everybody here in the building. We are also broadcasting live around the world on Triller TV. It is going to be such a massive...
Always ready!
Take it back from me, the good and bad, 'cause you are, I'm still here, yeah, the star is bright in me, grabbed all the rings, but you take, I'm still here, major player, always here, cannot stop me, I'm always ready, let's go down, if I am free.
love Australia. No, I'm serious. I love Australia. I am so glad to be back here, right here in Sydney. Wait, this isn't Sydney? I love Sydney. I hate Brisbane. Brisbane fucking sucks. And don't boo us because you chose to live here. Show me some respect, okay? Do you know who we are? I am not a wanker. I am the internet champion. But most importantly, I am the uncrowned World Series Wrestling World Champion. And by my side, the Parea, the future of tag team wrestling. And last night they got screwed at the WSW tag team titles. And right here, Lena Kross, the tallest bitch on the indies, and the next World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. And together, we are gonna take over WSW, whether you marks like it or not.
You know, shut up for a second, Maharaja. Bro, we usually hang out, me and Eli, here on the beautiful islands of Greece, a beautiful country. And now we live in a beautiful country, the land of opportunity, the United States of America. Beautiful. And now there, I come to a place, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with this shithole Brisbane. And last night, bro, we got screwed by two massive malakas, bro. You know what, bro? Can you tell them how big these malakas are? Is that something you could do for me, bro? Shut up! Tell them. You tell them, bro, because I can't say it.
I have absolutely nothing to say to you, absolute scum.
It actually makes me sick that tonight you're all gonna witness Ash kiss my ass and the tallest bitch on the indies to become the new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion.
By the end of this tour, we will have all the gold. Tonight, Lena's walking out of here with the women's gold. But as for us three, we're taking the night off. You don't deserve to see us wrestle. And as a matter of fact, we're getting out of here right now.
Cardona, you talk a lot of shit for someone who got his ass kicked last night. And you two jackasses, the Bollywood Boyz, took your tag team titles and danced all over your carcasses last night. Oh no, it's over. It's over. It's over. Cardona, you talk about respect. You talk about respect that these people don't give you respect. First you give respect, and then you get it back. These people paid their hard-earned money to see you get your ass kicked in that ring. And the Maharaja makes sure these people get their fucking money's worth. So tonight, not only are the three of you gonna wrestle in a 6-man tag team match, it's gonna be a no disqualification. Anything fucking goes. No holds barred. Brisbane street fight. Referee, get down here and ring the fucking bell. Let's go.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. The only way this match is happening is in the main event.
That's all right, Cardona, because tonight in the main event, we find out, are you Chelsea Green's bitch? Or are you the Maharaja's bitch?
so shows that I'm faded. Bitch don't get me cause she jaded. And I'm wasted, next on Holly. Baby gon' make me going crazy. And I'm Hollywood. It's the B.R.O. 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 Baby, it's the B.R.O. It's the B.R.O. It's the B.R.O. It's the B.R.O.
The following singles contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship. Introducing first the challenger. From Las Vegas, Nevada, the King of Bros, Matt Riddle! And introducing the champion from Osaka, Japan, he is Beast Mode, Shigehiro!
What a way to start off night 2 here at Eden's Hill Hotel in Brisbane. Lachlan Albert just joining me right now, putting on the headset.
And the bell is rung for our opening contest tonight. And Todd, I am excited for this one, my friend.
What a way to start it off with an Australian Championship match against Shiggy and Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, of course, world-renowned wrestler. Shiggy on his second tour now of World Series Wrestling, defending the belt last night against Caveman Ugg successfully. This is going to be a test for him.
You're not wrong at all. Taking that title from the longest reigning Australian champion. And we can see right away that the strength of these two men is going to be what defines this contest. These are two very powerful professional wrestlers, and you can see on
the power, but then you've got the technique of the MMA background of Matt Riddle.
And that MMA background matches up well against the strong style of Shigehiro Irie, someone who's competed in companies like DDT in Japan, knows about hitting hard. The crowd seems to be fans of both of these competitors, and the attempted cutter there. May have been a reference to Riddle's former tag team partner, with the chants of RK Bro throughout the building.
test of strength.
Lock up here, and this is going to be interesting, seeing which of these two competitors is stronger, but really the technical skill of Riddle there, defining that test of strength, with Irie managing to get the wrist control. Now Riddle rolling through, leaping to his feet, gets behind Irie, tries to take him down by the shoulder there. Referee in great position to look at this armbar attempt while Irie gets his foot on the rope to break the hold.
Oof. Look at Riddle just looking at him like he's a steak.
Matt Riddle's held gold before, and he wants to do it again here with the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship. Once again, the two men tying up in the middle, and Riddle just lifting a knee directly into the midsection of Shigehiro there. Smart move by Shigehiro, stopping himself on the ropes and lifting the boot before going for a power slam there. And slingshotting himself off the ropes into that splash, but only getting the 2 count. Very clever maneuver there by Riddle, using the ropes to his advantage, but referee there to make the count. Obviously, being on the ropes means that hold would have to be broken, but the entire 5 count utilized by Riddle before he hits that senton. And another! It's always worth remembering those 2 counts can add up over the course of the match. A pin attempt isn't just to win a match. Every kick out forces breath from your opponent. And look at the strength of Riddle.
Beautiful belly to back suplex.
Just lifting Shigehiro Irie off the ground. Irie, not a small man, only gets the 2. That's 115 kilos that was just launched through the air by Matt Riddle.
Yeah, and like you said, even though Matt might have thought he would have got the pin there, just Irie having to kick out expends more energy.
That's exactly right. 115 kilo competitor, when you've got to use your legs to force your whole body into the air to break up that pin, it's going to have long-term effects, and Riddle is capitalizing on that right now.
So with a rear naked headlock, not so much a choke. Oh, reversal. It's almost like a double ankle lock.
Clever of Irie getting control of the ankles there, considering Matt Riddle known for not wearing any footwear while in the ring. But that lack of footwear can also make those kicks to the back absolutely brutal. Another 2 count there from Riddle. Immediately followed up. He's not wasting time arguing with the ref. And another 2 count there. You can already see the way Irie is breathing as a result of having to kick out of those repeated pinning attempts. But that explosive forearm followed up with the chop by Riddle.
The crowd seems maybe getting on Shigehiro's side here over Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle may be more well known in Australia than Irie, but oh, and that knee could be it. Shigehiro Irie is the kind of competitor you only need to see once to be fully convinced by. But Matt Riddle...
It's going to take more than that to beat this powerhouse. He's just a muscle, like a brick of muscle.
It's like trying to take down a rhino. It's incredible. And Irie catching Riddle after the attempted clothesline. Once again, over the ropes, though, so referee with the 5 count, but forcing Riddle to the mat. No extra movement needed from Irie, landing directly into the pin with the full force of his weight.
That doesn't make your ribcage explode. I don't know. Oh, hang on. This is where we start seeing some bones thrown.
High impact maneuvers here between Irie and Riddle. It is amping this crowd up.
Oh, flying knee. Oh, flying headbutt. They're both down. Shiggy looking like he doesn't know if that was the best move.
Not much behind the eyes of Irie after that big headbutt. You have to wonder how much it took out of Irie. Managing to get to his feet slightly faster than Riddle, who's also rising as that 10 count approaches. The spear leapt over by Matt Riddle, who delivers a running forearm in the corner.
Catch.
Irie just driving Riddle into those turnbuckles, which I'll remind you, rings of steel under a thin layer of padding to hold those ropes in place. Leaping at the last possible second is Shigehiro Irie. They call him Beast Mode for a reason.
That spear. Right through Riddle.
It's gotta be over after that.
Referee Michael Kent calling the 2 count there.
Great positioning on that count from Michael Kent. I don't know how Riddle is back on the offensive so quickly after that devastating spear. And there goes the padding from Irie.
This is a hard punch.
Oh! My goodness. Went for the clothesline.
Again. No.
And follows it up. With the driver. The original.
We got a new champion.
Here is your winner and you, World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Matt Riddle!
I don't know if you would call it an upset, but what a way to kick off this show. Matt Riddle, the new World Series Wrestling Australian Champion. I'm just saying, I don't know if I can call this an upset, but
Yeah, it's hard to say that either of these men aren't deserving World Series Wrestling Australian champions, but Matt Riddle ending the reign of
what a match.
And it looks like a show of respect here from new champion to old. Matt Riddle offering the handshake.
Sign of respect.
And a lot of love from the Brisbane crowd here for these two incredible competitors. Congratulations to the new Australian champion, Matt Riddle.
What a lineage now this championship has.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a triple threat match. Introducing first from the South Pacific, the Golden Bounty, Eugene!
popular women's wrestlers, one of the most popular wrestlers here in Queensland today. You can hear that by the crowd. One of those competitors that have been taking Australia by storm last year, to the fact now that they've put her on these World Series Wrestling Tours is a testament to that.
Florida, Santana, Garrett!
Todd, you and I have spent a lot of years watching the work of Jessica Troy, and this attitude as part of the rebellion has really made her more dangerous than ever.
Yeah, and she's already one of the top wrestlers in the country. Just having this hard edge to her now, this almost killer instinct, has just made her even more dangerous now.
Well known as the arm collector, with that honestly disgusting Fujiwara armbar, where she just pops her competitor's arms right out of the shoulder socket. And you have to imagine that Jessica Troy, looking for victory here, looking to cement herself as a challenger for the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. In saying that, her partner in the regime, Lena Kross, from the Rebellion, going to be challenging for that championship tonight. Maybe trying to get a bit of an insurance policy here for Lena.
And either way, you've got one of the best wrestlers in Australia at the moment, Jessica Troy, against one of the best international wrestlers in Santana Garrett, against one of the best up-and-coming wrestlers in this country, Eugene. This is going to be one hell of a match.
Not wrong at all. Santana Garrett, well known for her time in NXT and more recently in Women of Wrestling. One of the WOW superheroes. Meanwhile, Eugenie recently taking hold of a title that Jessica Troy held for a long time, the MCW Women's Championship. Interesting matchups all around here.
Eugenie wanting to test her strength here against both girls.
I've seen the strength of Eugenie up close, and it wouldn't surprise me if she's stronger than both of these other two combined. Eugenie is a powerhouse. Seems like Jessica Troy is more than happy to let Eugenie and Santana Garrett fight it out between the two of themselves. Santana getting involved in Eugenie's test of strength here. Jessica Troy
There we go.
a little more hesitant, but locked in now. And Troy seems to be on the losing end in total.
Takes a shortcut.
Garrett.
Smart move. Get one out of the ring, so you just got to. Whoa! Okay, I'll take that back. I'll take that back.
Jessica Troy making it one-on-one here in the ring. But Eugenie immediately taking control and launching Troy into the corner, following it up with a running splash. You talked about Eugenie being one of the up-and-comers here in the Australian scene, and she is showing us exactly why already. But there is the skill of Jessica Troy and the experience of Santana Garrett on display already.
Another roll-up. Ref Richard having his work cut out tonight on a couple of these.
Important to note that any competitor does not need to be involved in the finish. If you are any of these women, you have to keep yourself involved in the match so that someone doesn't get a pinfall or a submission while you're hanging out outside of the ring. Garrett off the middle rope, rolls through both the Australian competitors. Deep arm drag there, and another.
Jess getting a taste of her own medicine here. Maybe Santana's scouted Jess before and knows what she's after and trying to beat her in her own game.
But the power of Eugenie clearly not on Santana's radar right then. Maybe looking for a choke bomb. Here goes Eugenie, but goes straight into the headbutt. And there is that arm-based offense of Jess Troy once again, manipulating that shoulder joint. Gets a 2 count there. Referee in perfect position to watch the shoulders.
Yeah, that's not just to try and finish this match, it's just to wear down a bit more. Just wringing that arm out. She wants to take that home with her.
And I don't know if it was caught by the cameras, but Jessica Troy also mocking the crowd as she picks apart Eugenie. Telling some of the audience members to get over it, as now she just applies pressure to that shoulder joint. Oh.
See, what you don't realise, something Jess does realise is where the arm goes, the rest of the body has to follow. And there are so many little joints and ligaments and that, the elbow and the arm and the wrist and the shoulder, that any of these moves can pop quite easily.
And that is what you don't want to see if you are Eugenie, that left shoulder just continuing to be weakened.
Especially if someone like Eugenie has a power-based weapon. It's hard to do stuff when you've only got one ring.
You're not wrong. How are you going to lift someone up onto your shoulders for a Samoan drop? Like we might see attempted here, if that arm is going to give way partway through, and now Santana Garrett back in the ring, ducks the clothesline from Jess Troy, wrenches the arm.
Oh, backhand.
Garrett trying to drop the jaw right onto the extended arm there, but a leaping knee from Eugenie turns the tide. Super kick from Garrett to Eugenie, and now all 3 women down in the middle of the ring. Could be anyone's game from here, but a lot of damage has been done, especially to Eugenie. Santana Garrett trying to make some noise, get this crowd behind her as she rises to her feet. Shoulder delivered to Jess Troy.
Back elbow to Eugenie. Flying clothesline. Another one. That was a forearm. Knocked her a little loopy, I think.
And now Eugenie sent directly into Jess Troy.
What better than using your opponent as a weapon on your other opponent? Oh, springboard, back elbow.
Santana Garrett has clearly found her pace in this match as Jess Troy holds on to the rope, but Garrett leaps back into the action and delivers that forearm right to the noggin of Jess Troy. And now both of her competitors at her feet. Santana Garrett with a double chancery.
It's a hard move to get a submission on, especially when you're not locking the legs the way she is. She can't get the proper lock on both the girls. So this is more just a neck wrench more than a full-on chancery.
But you can see that one move dealing damage to both of her competitors is going to be extremely efficient here. Now you can see that both of the Australian women have reached the bottom rope. Garrett has relinquished control. Of course, remembering this is a triple threat match, so we're not going to see a disqualification here. Ref Richo is going to let these women fight. And Jess Troy using the ring itself as a weapon. Those ropes just launch Santana Garrett into the ring. And the middle turnbuckle being met with Eugenie's face as Jess Troy delivers the double knees to the back of the neck.
Look, if this is no DQ, why are you just punching someone in the throat? Just go for a throat, go for an eye. Rip an eye out.
Todd, these are wrestlers. They're wrestling.
Yeah, it's a wrestling move. Oh, spinning DDT.
And the height that Jessica Troy got on that to get the, to get the win in this matchup. Up on the stage now, it appears that we've got company. Ash by Elegance has made her way out to the ring.
What is she doing out here? What is she doing out here? That's not her job. Her job is to sit in the back and get ready for her own match tonight.
She's making it clear to Jessica Troy that she is watching. Now Santana Garrett taking advantage of that momentary distraction and delivering a forearm. Jessica Troy trading back, and Ash by Elegance watching on the outside of the ring now. We talked about the fact that this match could have implications on the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. And now the Women's Champion is watching Jess Troy trade blows with Santana Garrett. Troy getting the better of the situation with that big boot.
Going for the... What is she doing? What is she doing, Lachlan?
She just pointed out to Ref Richo that Jessica Troy was using the ropes for leverage on that pin.
And what am I going to do, disqualify him?
It's cheating,
It's
Todd.
not cheating. It's not cheating if there's no DQ.
It's still cheating whether you can get disqualified for it or not.
See, that right there, that is crap. I would swear because apparently we're working blue tonight, but that's crap. She shouldn't be doing that.
Ash by Elegance has just negated Jess Troy from the conversation. And the super kick from Santana Garrett. Getting that momentum, handspring off the ropes into the splash on Eugenie.
Kick out.
There's the 3 count.
See, that right there is a travesty of justice.
Here is the winner, Santana Garrett!
Something needs to be done about that because that is against the rules. That's against the spirit of the game. That is against every known wrestling rule in this book. Why is Ash, no, you tell me, why has Ash done this, right? If I was Santana Garrett, I'd be asking, do you think that I'm easy to beat what Jess Troy is? Do you think I'm easy to beat?
Feet on the ropes, Todd.
Yeah,
she was explicitly cheating. Ash by Elegance has even the odds here tonight.
Mate, get your hand up. It's obvious what's going on right now. Ash by Elegance thinks Santana Garrett's an easier defense. Because she knows that if she got one-on-one in the ring with Jessica Troy, Jess would take that arm home with her.
Oh, would you stop?
100%. I'd be so mad if I was Santana Garrett. I'd be getting her back there and I'd be asking her, do you think I'm easy to beat? That's what I'd be asking right
I don't think she's easy to beat at all. I think we just saw Santana Garrett win against 2 of the best women Australia has to offer.
I think Ash went into business for herself.
The following contest is
Hit the basement of brothers and let them know what goes on.
scheduled for 1 fall.
How? I think this man is Overhausen.
Todd, you've known me and for a long time, and you've known that for many years I've been a fan of this man, Danhausen, from even before he was signed to AEW, having ridiculous matches with wrestlers like Dan the Dad, trying to get onto TV to take control of the minds of impressionable people around the world. And he's clearly done that here in Brisbane. Todd, you'll notice that jar of teeth that Danhausen carries. The logic there being that the opponent already has teeth, so they're not a foreign object. That makes them a legal weapon. Not sure how Ref Richo's going to take that line of thinking. But
technically, though, if he throws that at someone, is that considered biting?
Great question.
You didn't answer it. You just said great question.
I don't know the answer.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of popular wrestlers in this building tonight, but Danhausen might be the most popular. We are hearing a lot of love for the man who is very nice and very evil.
Bring it up, bro.
Now, for someone as popular as Danhausen, for Bobby Bishop to be getting a chant of his own, Bobby Bishop is well loved here in Brisbane.
Yeah, I have no idea why. No idea why. He's a despicable person.
Says
terrible
you.
human.
Bobby Bishop is one of Queensland's finest, running 3 Count Pro Wrestling Academy here in Brisbane, a stalwart of the wrestling community. Anyone in this building who has been to shows here in Brisbane has seen Bobby Bishop wrestle before, and they know the heart that this guy has got. You can see there the heavyweight Bobby Bishop using his strength to his advantage early on.
Yeah, good way to go that in first.
Danhausen trying to limber up, not getting the best of the opening salvos here in this contest, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he won't get the win. Here we go. Building up to something here. Danhausen with the curse!
I mean, to be fair, it's Bobby. How much more cursed could he be? He's had to walk over that face for years.
Todd, please. Bobby Bishop now gingerly getting back into this ring after being cursed, hoping that it won't have
got him. That's got him. That'll happen.
Yeah, you get that with the curses. Bobby accidentally tripping himself trying to make his way back into the ring.
I mean, it is hard to tell if that was a curse or if that was just Bobby.
Now Danhausen with the momentum and a splash in the corner. Some very nice punches to the noggin from the very evil Danhausen, who looks for a suplex and delivers it right in the middle of the ring.
I tell you what, I'm very impressed. I put good money on the fact that Brisbane couldn't count the time.
Todd, can you watch the match for a second? Danhausen just got a 2 count on Bobby Bishop and then went for the crossbody, which also got a 2 count. Now going for that jar of teeth.
Oh, screen. That was a screen for Bobby.
A holler, a wail, whatever you want to call it. Now Bobby is
you just call him a whale?
I did not. Bobby is from Logan, a place where he's very used to seeing people's teeth in jars. And the fight has progressed to outside of the ring now.
Oh, big chop there by Bobby.
The knife edge across the tattooed chest of Danhausen. That curse might be coming back into play as Bobby chops the hardest part of the ring. And now the blows to the chest and head by Danhausen. Following up with a chop of his own.
Dan wasn't happy with that chop. I think he's going for another one. There we go.
Much more noise out of that one.
Another one. Double chop. Double-handed chop.
The Chophausen's increasing in ferocity as they go.
In Powerhausen. Oh. It's not the ones that are loud, it's the ones that you could feel like go off the back of their spine that really hurt.
That's right, you can feel the impact of a chop like that across the chest of Bobby Bishop. And the crowd, though.
I think he hurt his hand.
The crowd that was very recently supporting Bobby Bishop, now excited to see Danhausen deliver the chops.
Yeah, fickle.
Clothesline ducked by Bobby, who goes over the top of Danhausen. Danhausen goes for the leap, but gets caught in the fireman's carry. And Bobby Bishop with the aeroplane spin. Signature maneuver of the Cult Classic here, and now turning it around. You know, airplane spins go the other way down here in Australia.
Oh, it's the centrifugal force thing, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And the blows with the right hand from Bobby Bishop. Vintage Bobby here. And he's rolling up to it for that undeniable elbow.
Oh! Did he throw a little curse in there himself?
I think he did. Bobby Bishop with a curse of his own only gets 2 against Danhausen.
Ah, the Bobby Bishop curse. That's where you can hardly win much. Damn it, Bobby.
I think they expected Bobby to get the win here, and now he's trying to lock it down. But Danhausen into the fireman's carry now. Bobby fights out of it with the elbows. Goes off the ropes and into a atomic drop by Danhausen.
That was right in the Plumhausens.
His Bishop can't be feeling too good after that. And the suplex by Danhausen deposits Bobby right on the mat.
Almost like a release Northern Lights.
Danhausen is more than just curses and catchphrases. Followed by the Bulldog. You can see Bobby Bishop's skull bouncing off the middle of the ring. Maybe inspired by his friend Pepsi Phillip there. Danhausen now calling for Bobby. Went for the shoulder.
Bobby outsmarted him, which is something you never really hear from me.
Bobby has this crowd under his spell. And now Danhausen with the German suplex.
Oh, Bobby is on Dream Street.
And once again,
come to see.
And the crowd chanting for the teeth here. I don't want to know where this is going. Oh, come on. Oh, those teeth in the mouth of Bobby Bishop. And Danhausen kicks the teeth right out of Bobby Bishop's head.
Oh!
Only 2, though.
Don't reach for that bell yet, sir.
I was sure that was it. Danhausen with a Mr. Perfect style throw and catch of that tooth. And now once again we're seeing that fireman's carry position, and Bobby again fights out of it with the elbows. The resilience of the undeniable Bobby Bishop on display here.
I think sometimes over for Bobby somehow.
The crowd once again chanting for Bobby, but Danhausen with the headbutt this time. Bobby off the middle rope into that discus lariat.
Spinning lariat. Bobby's fired up now. Uh-oh, this is where the pile usually comes in.
Went for the pile driver. Danhausen up into the fireman's carry.
Go to sleep.
Pepsi Phil would be proud.
Oh, and it's over. We have a winner, Hausen.
Here is your winner, Danhausen!
Bobby Bishop may be very nice, but the very evil Danhausen managed to take this one out.
I wonder if he's going to wake up tomorrow morning and possibly there's like a tooth or two in the head and Bobby can actually think they're his. Because that go to sleep probably could have loosened a few of them, I think.
I was going to say, after that GTS, Bobby's teeth may be rolling around in that mouth as well. Danhausen with curses all around for the crowd here in Brisbane. And if there's one thing that everyone in this building has in common, we love that Danhausen.
Good. What a good matchup. That was fun. Oh, still curse out, left, right, and center. I mean, there are enough, like Queensland have a lot of redheads, so there's enough of a curse already in this place.
Todd,
we don't need
stop?
We don't need more. I have to clean some teeth up. Hard-working staff here at World Series Wrestling doing some dental work.
And now the World Series Wrestling Champions music plays. The wanted man, Nick Nemeth, making his way out here in Brisbane. Todd, I don't have this on my run sheet. I'm not sure why Nick Nemeth is out here with the World Series Wrestling Championship. After defending that title last night, he has earned a rest.
I think he's one of those ones that comes to rest when he's dead.
The Brisbane crowd here very excited. They wanted to see the wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
What are you doing? You're sleeping on your job, Lachlan.
How the hell are we doing today? It's been an honor to be your WSW champion. And I like to think every time I step foot in the ring, it's not just to steal the show and most of your girlfriends. It is to prove that I am worthy to be your WSW World Champion. Now sometimes it just takes one moment to make it extra special for someone to reach the promised land and become the champion, and all it takes is one opportunity. Thanks, Mom. Now here's, not even in this country. Now, come on, he started it. Anyway, guys, WSW title is on the line, and I'm in the ring right now, and I don't have an opponent. So, what we need to do is just like I said a second ago. It takes one opportunity, one moment, one chance, 1 3 count, and someone's life is forever changed and they are the champion. So, since there's nobody, it already is me. Since there's nobody across the ring from me, I think we should do something special tonight. I think I should offer an open challenge to anyone. Fans in the crowd, no.
That's you out. Sorry, brother.
I know well enough not to get in a fight with Nick Nemeth.
Do you know how much paperwork that would be? I think we should get one of the best wrestlers all of Australia somewhere in the back that is looking for their opportunity, looking for their chance to make history, looking for their chance to be WSW champion. And I'm laying out a challenge right now for anybody that is a professional wrestler in Australia in the back that wants to go toe-to-toe with the champ and see if tonight is the night they make WSW history. What do you say?
A lot of very talented pro wrestlers in Australia that could make this their opportunity.
Notice you said like any Australian wrestler, just to make sure
Is
that
there
Cardona
anyone back there?
Matt Cardona obviously preparing for his main event match tonight, but we may have a challenger here.
Who's this?
Todd, I'm not sure who this is.
Oh shit!
Making his return to the ring. The Rapscallion!
This must have been what that vignette was online today.
We knew someone was talking to the voices.
Do you have to do an intro or something here, or we're just going for it?
This is an open challenge. This is on.
I think you might have to do an intro here, brother. That was just lazy. You just didn't want to walk to the ring, right?
I don't have Mick Moretti's ring announcing info in front of me, Todd. I didn't think he was still wrestling.
Professional would already know that off the dome. I'm just saying. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Todd, I'm still recovering from the fact that Mick Moretti is out here challenging for the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
He's got to take his hat.
Yeah, he's got to take his hat off.
Yeah, of course. What a reveal. Oh, the rest of the hair come with it.
Moretti a very cerebral competitor. And the chance of balls ringing out through the arena.
That's not nice. I hope for Nick Nemeth's sake he's not falling for this. Because this is a game...
Oh, no, look, Mick's got to take his necklace off here, Tom. He's still got his necklace on. So, we got to wait as he takes that off. All right, so now that the hat and the necklace have come off, it seems like Mick Moretti is ready to challenge for the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
I tell you what, though, if Mick doesn't take Mick Moretti seriously, we could easily have a new champion. Oh, there's something else.
There's something else that Mick has forgotten to take off.
No, he's winning. He's got a ring on.
He's still got his ring on.
That technically could be like a brass knuck.
It could be, yeah, it counted as a weapon, yeah. That's right.
That's more on Michael Kent there for not picking that up, to be honest with you.
And Nick Nemeth is sick of waiting, but Mick Moretti rolls him up. 2 count there. Mick Moretti great at getting into the heads of his opponents. And those chants of new champ and he's bald ringing out here through the Eaton's Hill Grand Ballroom as Mick Moretti tries to become the new World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And again, toys with Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth is a fighting champion, defending his championship last night. But he is at the disadvantage of not knowing what to expect from his opponent. And with Mick Moretti, even if you know Mick Moretti, it's hard to know what to expect. Moretti walking on his head towards Nemeth in the corner now.
How do you super kick someone on the ground? Smart, see?
And those feet, the powerful legs up where his arms would be. Turning his pants into a shirt. I'm all turned around by Mick Moretti tonight.
You're not the only one. Look at Nick Nemeth. He does not know what to do out there at the moment.
Taking a moment to recover. But Moretti almost came through the ropes there. Saw better of it as Nemeth moved out of the way, but now the fight begins on the outside. As Nemeth slams the head of Moretti into that steel guardrail. And the little hair that Moretti does have used as a handle by the WSW champion to drive Moretti's face into the hardest part of the ring there at the ring apron. A headbutt from Nemeth, and you see Nemeth rolling back into the ring there to break the 10 count. Now Nick Nemeth, if there was a count out here, he would retain the title, same as if it was a DQ. But Nick Nemeth is not the kind of wrestler who's happy to retain his championship on a count-out. Moretti, on the other hand, happy to play around, roll all the way through the ring and out the other side.
Even though Moretti's on the back foot, he's still trying to play these mind games with Nemeth.
There really isn't a back foot when Moretti's involved, because when he's cornered, he just becomes more dangerous.
I was about to say, the wonderful thing about being insane is you never quite know when you're on the back foot.
And now, Moretti just depositing Nemeth out of the other side. And 3rd time's the charm as Moretti flies through the ropes.
He is out to lunch.
Whatever sense is in Moretti's head is entirely focused on becoming the new champion as he flies off the top rope, but ducks a super kick from Nemeth.
Man, if that hits him, he's dead. The wind almost gave him enough of a cold to kill him.
You can see for somebody who hasn't been in a WSW ring for some time, Moretti has not lost a step, putting Nemeth's leg through the ropes and then attempting the Irish whip. Was that a gouge to the eye there?
I think
Moretti's got his nose.
Yeah.
He's got his nose. You don't want that.
There's certain things you don't do to a man. Take his nose is one of them.
That's not reasonable. Look, he gives it back. That's fair. And now Moretti over the top rope.
One of the most beautiful topos in this world. I don't care who you're talking to. That is one of the most beautiful moves.
It's almost like he defies gravity when he does it.
He gets, because he acts the way he does, because his mannerisms the way he sneaks under the radar of all of these opponents. This is why he's been so nearly.
That was Nemeth with the roll up there after Moretti was attempting that suplex. Nemeth rolls him up again, and now a third time, looking for those trapping rolling pins, forcing the shoulders of Moretti into the canvas.
Nemeth too is an accomplished amateur wrestler. So once you get on the mat with a guy, it's not a fact that you're almost at a disadvantage if you take him to the mat.
That's true, but Nemeth's been at the top of the mountain everywhere. You can look at the biggest wrestling companies in the world, and Nick Nemeth has been their champion. Crowd chanting for Spirit Squad, maybe trying to get in the head of Nick Nemeth there, bringing up his history. Moretti offering friendship now.
Come on, man.
Now, I can't see the hand behind the back. There could be crossed fingers there.
He's warning you. It's almost like Nick has done stuff to make people think that he couldn't be trusted.
What? Nick Moretti? Never.
I know. Well, I don't think that's appropriate. This is Triller. You want a different subscription service for that.
Moretti certainly is twisted, I'll give you that.
No, don't encourage them, Nick. They don't need it.
Nick Nemeth thinking about giving the fans what they want here tonight. There is a rowdy bunch in attendance here. And Mick Moretti stops the fun.
You don't fool around with a guy that fools around for a living.
The last time we saw Mick Moretti here in World Series Wrestling, he was the Joker portion of the Joker and the Thief. And it looks like he's going for a laugh here, but takes a kick right to the midsection from the Wanted Man. Snapmare there by Nick Nemeth.
Brisbane have issues.
And the elbow drop misses. You're right, issues of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, where Nick Nemeth has been a featured competitor for years on end.
That was terrible.
The experience of Nemeth on display right now. Could be looking for a submission maneuver here, maybe a sharpshooter of some description, or... I hope that's what he's...
Oh, missed again.
Attempted to drop the legs right into the business of Mick Moretti.
That's the problem with wanting to please the fan. It never ends up well for you. Don't worry about it. Just get the job done.
Nick Nemeth, another snapmare takedown there. Drops Mick Moretti to the middle of the ring.
Oof.
And now just stomping at the ankles of Moretti.
The Garvin stomp almost. Yep.
Both ankles, both wrists taking a stomp there.
Referee, don't let him do that.
Leaping elbow drop there from Nemeth, and it only gets the 2. But clearly a lot of pain inflicted on Moretti.
That can't be legal. Was that an elbow drop to the nethers?
No, surely that was an elbow drop to a legal area.
No, I'm pretty sure he hit the Morettis on that one.
I'm sure the little rapscallions are fine. but the big rapscallion just had his head driven into that turnbuckle. And now a big right hand from Nemeth straight into the midsection of the Joker.
Oh, no, he tripped. He tripped there. That was a clear. That's unlucky.
That was a shot
trick
below
knee.
the belt.
That's a trick
Come
knee.
on,
It's a slippery. It's a slippery surface. It's a trick knee.
Mick Moretti's slippery is what he is. Only gets 2 there.
It was these people, I swear to God. 5 seconds later, they're chanting for Nemeth to hit him there. Mick Moretti accidentally slips.
That was no accident,
It was an accident.
and you know
It's a
it,
trick
Todd.
knee. He's got a trick knee. It's well
Look, now
renowned
he's
for it.
pointing. He knows exactly what he's
posing.
doing.
He's posing. Look, see, he's posing.
And the elbow caught by Nemeth, who rolls him up. Only 2, though.
Beautiful drop kick.
The elevation of Nick Nemeth there. And once again, setting up, turnabout's fair play as he drops the legs.
I suppose that was okay, though. There we go. Kick out. Come on.
You could see the experience of Nick Nemeth coming into play. The way that cover forced the shoulders of Mick Moretti right into the canvas, making it so difficult to kick out. But one thing that'll make it is impossible to kick out is if he connects with a super kick here. And Moretti blocks it into the German suplex and maintains control.
Oh, beautiful.
The strength of Moretti, nearly unbelievable.
Oh, so close.
Only the 2 count there. World Series Wrestling heavyweight gold on the line in what was an open challenge that has become a war between Nick Nemeth and Mick Moretti. Went for the big stomp there, but Nemeth rolls him up. Only gets 2 once more.
Oh, Famouser.
Famouser there by Nick Nemeth. Gets the 2.
Don't write Mick off so quickly. Have a little faith.
I've got faith in Mick Moretti, but Nick Nemeth just dropped him with the Famouser, and somehow Moretti was able to kick out at 2. That defied all of my expectations. No matter what you say, this has shown how world-class Mick Moretti is. And once again, ducks the super kick, this time with a drop kick to the knee.
I was about to say, just targeted that knee.
And once again, forcing that knee directly into the canvas. Todd, you've been dropped in that ring before. You know exactly how hard it is underfoot. And Moretti now taunting the crowd by focusing on that knee.
Nemeth too has had a history of knee injuries. Oh, was he just going for a sweaty Moretti?
I hope not. It's the most disgusting move that I've ever seen performed. His own knees into the canvas there goes Mick Moretti.
Oh,
and the
big super kick.
Connects.
Well, Nick is fired up now. Ref!
Nemeth just
Referee!
driving the fist.
Referee!
Hey, it was fine when Moretti did it. Nemeth just getting his own back.
I'm pretty sure that is against the rules. Or at least the spirit of the game. Michael Kent, what are you doing, lad?
You want to talk the spirit of the game? The man from the Spirit Squad is getting fired up with the crowd here in Brisbane. And went to drop the fist, but Moretti dodged it. And a stomp right to the back of the head of Nick Nemeth. This could be new champ time. No.
Come on, Mick, stay on him.
Nick
Stay on
Nemeth
him, lad.
talked about how it only takes 3 seconds for a life to be changed, and that was 2.9. So close. Moretti maybe looking for a suplex here.
Oh.
And he delivers.
Plunge. Come on. Referee, you've got to speed up that count. Let's go.
This is getting to the point where Nick Nemeth is going to have to think about conserving his body. If he doesn't end this soon, it could result in long-term injuries. And Nick Nemeth, the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, if he's able to keep that championship gold in this match, will want to be healthy enough to fight another day. Sweaty Moretti getting set up here. Oh.
Well, you know what? Nick brought this on himself. He went out there with the open challenge. Oh, missed. Leg drop, sorry.
And the fist drop from Nick Nemeth, who looks to follow it up with a zigzag.
That's it. You can count to 1,000 on this one. Damn it.
Here is your winner and still World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Nick Nemeth!
Nick Nemeth setting out the open challenge, accepted by the rapscallion Nick Moretti. A match no one here thought was going to be happening. It was never on the card. Hell, he wasn't even supposed to be in the building. Nick Moretti wasn't even supposed to be around. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no, oh no. Referee, what are you doing? Oh, okay, sign of respect.
A great show of respect here from the champion for the challenger.
Yeah, I'd be wary if I was you too, man. One of Australia's best professional wrestlers, Nick Moretti, came very close to winning the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
He may not have become champion, but he showed what he is made of here at World Series Wrestling
What a match.
Legacy.
For someone to come off as much time as Nick has come off and to put in that effort, wow, shows how good he is.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for 1-4. Making his way to the ring from Brisbane, Ricky Utomi!
No few podcasts and so I'm feed them known. Full man names no other. Them know man story. Only gain up all those glory. The world is mine, the one I hit me taking slowly. Happy days me call it now, my buns had story. Anyway with them, in the world me dogs them round me. Me laugh and collect those trophies. Because me deserve to put you a music give me. Boy, I really not like frisbee. The dream, can't believe that we do. Cars and bikes, all my life. I'm in the state, keep my regard, I'm in the face, all my
We are off early here. Ricky Utomi not waiting for the bell to ring.
Right now, a contest has not started between Ricky Utomi and Sidney Akeem as we kick off the second half of World Series Wrestling Legacy Night 2 here in Brisbane. Once again, I am Lachlan Albert, and I'm joined by my Wrestle Radio Australia co-host Todd Eastman to call the action as Rufio deposits Akeem in the ring. Now, I've said Rufio there, the former name of Ricky Utomi, before he turned to something of a bad apple. And Sidney Akeem delivering a sick shot across the chest of Utomi there. I
must admit, like, of all the names that have been named to come out for this tour, your Danhausen, your Matt Riddle, I have been waiting to see the walking highlight reel, Sidney Akeem.
And even without getting any of that air that he's famous for, Sidney Akeem's already showing off why he is such a respected athlete with these chops. Ricky Utomi would have been prepared for a chop there, steadying himself for it, but that kick to the gut, he was not ready for. Akeem ducks under the clothesline, goes between the legs, double kick to the gut, and then a leaping drop kick drops Utomi.
That's what I'm telling you. This guy, not just an accomplished athlete, he used to be in Cirque du Soleil. You know the dude can move through the air. When he's had that in his past, before he decided to become one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Utomi, an experienced competitor. He's had stints over in the UK as well as here in Australia. And you can see that ring awareness that he has taken from that time, managing to stop the attack of Akeem before it starts. Todd, you've known Ricky for many years. Do you expect that he could come out with the victory here? That launch into the air by Akeem, who soars over the top rope.
I don't know now. I mean, before, possibly. But here's the thing, like, I had been telling everyone for years that Ricky Utomi was a jerk, and no one listened to me. And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's a jerk. No joke.
And the crowd very much behind Akeem here, displaying their distaste for Utomi. Double knees after a corkscrew in the air by Sidney Akeem there. That was incredible.
It's like a spinning, what's it called?
A corkscrew?
No, the knees, when the knees in the...
Meteora?
There we go. Thank you. I don't, like, my moveset is choke, occasional dog shot, irate.
See, I can try to call the moves that Sidney Akeem is doing, but...
Beautiful suplex.
Some of them he just seems to invent on the fly, literally while flying through the air. And you can see now he's going to the top rope, so you never know what to expect when Akeem takes to the skies. Looked like it was going to be a moonsault there, but landed on his feet, rolled through. And the stomp to the chest from Utomi there.
If you're looking to see something pretty now coming out of Utomi, you've got another thing coming. He is just going to beat the living hell out of Sidney Akeem.
The prettiest thing about Ricky Utomi is those white boots. The beatings he delivers are far from pretty.
He's an angry young man. I kind of dig it.
That clattering forearm. And again. And Utomi making enemies of the Brisbane fans in the crowd by representing Southside Best Side.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair. See, this, like, Brisbane don't even like each other.
Brisbaneites have a lot of enemies. We don't like New South Welshmen, we don't like Americans, we don't like other Brisbaneites. Bloody Brisbane has ruined Brisbane.
I think it's more like, there's that saying, if you walk around and you smell poop everywhere you walk, like check your shoes.
But it's impossible to deny the skill of Ricky Utomi there, who rolled through. And after the kick out, used the momentum to bounce off the ropes and maintain that control.
Utomi wasting time here.
Sidney Akeem, a very accomplished athlete worldwide. If Ricky Utomi could get the win here, it would propel him in the global ranks of wrestlers. If you've been following World Series Wrestling for some time, you'll notice a missing name, and that's a fan favorite from last tour, Outback Adam, who was retired by Ricky Utomi.
Yeah, he did us a favor there.
If you say so, Todd.
Planted like a tree.
And Utomi is showing the same aggression he showed in retiring Adam here against Sidney Akeem. The one thing Ricky Utomi will not do is shut his mouth. And it looks like Sidney Akeem is trying to shut it for him with those chops. But Utomi lifts him up and slams him right down.
A powerful body slam.
Utomi deceptively strong. And it's smart from Utomi, if he can keep the pace of this match slow, if he can keep his opponent on the mat, Sidney Akeem can't do the things he's famous for, flying through the air, doing those incredible corkscrews to get the extra torque on his moves.
Do you think Ricky cares if he's pulling up a high-flying move or something fancy? No, he just wants to beat this guy. He wants to get the dub. He wants to prove to World Series Wrestling who he thinks he is. And that's one of the best in this country.
And you have to imagine if Ricky Utomi could get the win here, General Manager Adrian of World Series Wrestling would have to consider perhaps putting him in line for an Australian title shot in the future, maybe a heavyweight title shot in the future. It would be a big win.
He'd be knocking on Adrian Monera's door before the end of the night going, book me a flight to Adelaide, because that's where they are tomorrow night, mate, Adelaide. I know you think they're apparently going to Perth, but they're not.
Made a mistake in the ring. I own up to my mistakes. Unlike Utomi, who just basks in whatever glory he thinks he's owed.
What do you mean? He's owning the ring right now. Where is Akeem?
Akeem's scratching and clawing to stay in this contest. As ref Richo reaches a count of 5. Looks like Utomi does not feel the need for a definitive win here. He is happy with a counting.
They all loved him when they thought he was Peter Pan's lost boy.
Losing some boys now is Ricky Utomi taunting the crowd.
Spend too much time on the mouth breathers and this is where you end up.
What a lovely way to talk about the fans here in attendance, Todd. As Sidney Akeem takes the fight back to Ricky Utomi on the outside of the ring here.
Look, I love the fact that these fans spend their hard-earned benefit money to come out and see the show. I don't like them personally.
A chair offered from the crowd to Sidney Akeem, who sits Ricky Utomi down. I'm going to have to watch on the monitor here to see what's happening.
Oh, running boot.
Akeem and Utomi are out in the crowd here on the floor. And the crowd wants one more. Let's see what happens.
Another pair of air Akeem's going across the face. Oh, yes.
We may need medical to check if Ricky Utomi is still breathing after that kick, let alone fighting. And the forearms there from Akeem as he loads up for the 3rd time. getting the crowd on his side and making the move.
There you go, see? What happens?
Super kick from Utomi.
You pray to the mouth breathers and this what happens. You get distracted. And now you get a side of ring. Yeah, see?
Todd, you and I have been there while they're setting up that ring. Those borders of the ring are just metal with a draping of cloth over the top.
Do you know what I love though? For years, I hear all these people go, oh, it's the hardest part of the ring. You know, there are a couple of ring posts sitting there. They're a little bit harder than a bloody apron.
I don't know, it's the same metal and it's very little over the top of it. Very comparable there.
Don't say words like comparable. Wrestling fans don't understand big words. Smaller words, tighter syllables.
Have a bit of respect, please, Todd. Unlike Ricky Utomi, not respecting his opponent here at all. Taking Akeem to the mat.
He's going to ground him out. There we go. Starve him with oxygen. Put him to sleep.
This is what we said before. If this match is slow and on the ground, Sidney Akeem does not get to do what he does best, and that is soar. You can see him fighting out of it now. The blows to the midsection, blocks the right of Utomi, and delivers one of his own. And again, and a chop, and a spinning back kick, launches him up, chops him across the chest, loads him up on the ropes. Akeem ducks the clothesline.
Oh, spinning. Spinning cross body.
Out of nowhere from Sidney Akeem. No run-up needed. The man just launches himself. The big European uppercut from Akeem.
Oh, uses Ricky Utomi's own shoulder to base himself so he could kick him in the face.
Kind of a modified house call. That back kick to the sitting opponent. And Air Akeem is gonna fly.
Oh. A froggy crossbody. Kick out.
I thought Akeem had it there with that crossbody frog splash, but Ricky Utomi is a fighter.
Thing is, it's cool you can pull off all these moves, but every time you do that, it takes a lot out of yourself as well.
Well, that's what's incredible about Sidney Akeem, the fact that he's still able to do those kind of moves even after the beating that has been delivered by Ricky Utomi. And there's another example. The boot comes up in the corner.
Wow, scouted.
Caught there by Utomi in the backpack position. Normally goes for the knee there, but Utomi had it blocked by Akeem, who now goes up.
Muscle him. He's muscled him around. Whoop. Reverse again.
Looked like Akeem went for the arm drag there, blocked by Utomi. Back in the backpack. Could the knee be delivered this time?
He
gets it. Comes off the rope with another knee.
This could be it. We could see a big upset here.
Massive victory for Ricky.
Ooh.
No.
Ref Richo there. A bit slow on that 3 count if you ask me.
I didn't ask you, Todd. Ref Richo in perfect position to see Sidney Akeem get the shoulder up there. And now Ricky once again in the fireman's carry. And just drives Akeem into the mat in the middle of the ring.
Almost like a spinning Death Valley.
This is a war between Ricky Utomi and Sidney Akeem here. Neither man giving an inch.
There we go. Breaks that countdown. They've made contact.
Super kick from Akeem. Utomi comes back with the forearm, and Sidney returns fire. Exchanging blows in the middle of the ring now.
Utomi really is dragging him into his game.
And the elbow there from Utomi, scouting Akeem coming off the ropes, but the uppercut has Utomi scouted. Utomi tried it again, but the kick to the midsection from Akeem stopped him. Utomi ducks the clothesline and hits a super kick. And a kick to the back of the head, but Akeem spins around and delivers a kick of his own.
Yeah. I was going to say, Ref Richard needs to check Akeem then. You don't put your arms out like that unless you've been knocked a little loopy. Working his way to the ropes now, so it looks fine. Well, not fine, but as fine as you can be.
As fine as you can be after taking that kind of damage. A war of attrition here, as both Sidney, Akeem, and Ricky Utomi are down at a count of 7, but Akeem rising to his feet. Finally, at the count of 9, both men reach their feet. Ricky caught the foot, but he also caught a kick right to the jaw. And Akeem goes to that top rope, but gets stopped by Ricky Utomi, who climbs up after him, and this may not be a good decision by Ricky.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't go and play where he is very comfortable. Well, that was to you then, Lachlan.
I think it was to the crowd.
No, it was to you.
Okay, thank you.
He was telling me backstage, he doesn't like you.
I know he doesn't like me. It's mutual.
You don't like you either.
Utomi crashing down in the middle of the ring. Akeem flies over the top of him.
Holy wow!
Into the cutter! Good night! Here is your winner, Sidney Akeem!
That is what I was talking about when I say a walking highlight reel. Sidney Akeem.
I have never in my life seen a human body move like that.
That was a what? Double, triple backflip, or cartwheel.
Back handspring, I think, into that cutter.
What a match.
Akeem taking flight here at World Series Wrestling Legacy.
He is everything that's been advertised. Like you see him on Triller Plus on your GCW shows and all of that sort of stuff. It's not quite the same as seeing him do it live in that ring, not 10 feet from us.
That man is a freak of nature. Congratulations to Akeem.
We don't even get to stop here because we move from this amazing match straight to a World Series Wrestling Women's Championship match. And we head to the ring right now for Lachlan Albert. Hanging out with her. Maybe Ashley Elegance is going to get a payback of her own tactics.
match is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by Jessica Troy. From Perth, Western Australia, she is the tallest bitch on the Indies, Lena Kross. And introducing the champion from Miami, Florida, Ash by Elegance.
Oh, from behind, ring the bell. We're off already here.
I didn't even have a chance to get back to the commentary desk before this one kicked off. Ash by Elegance in control, grounding Lena Kross in the corner there with those kicks. Ash rolls through under the clothesline, delivers a forearm, ducks another clothesline and delivers another forearm. Third time's the charm, you would say, but Lena Kross regains control, grabs Ash and delivers that big knee to the midsection.
This is Ash's best chance, speed. She can't outpower her, she can't out-leverage her, she can out-quick her.
And you can see there the speed game of Ash by Elegance. Sending Lena Kross to the outside where Lena's got that X factor, the assistance of Jessica Troy on the outside.
Well, you know what they say, payback is a you-know-what, and that's what Jess Troy's looking for right now. Oh!
That basement drop kick, just the baseball slide, I should say, hit Lena Kross right in the small of the back. And Ash by Elegance looking for a big kick, but Lena Kross puts her in the electric chair.
It's a long
position.
way up too. Oh!
Face first into the ring apron. And it is not just a moniker. Lena Kross is a giant.
You watch now the pace of this match slow right up to Lena Kross's pace. She's going to take her time and beat the ever-loving hell out of Ash by Elegance to take that title.
Ash by Elegance, the more globally experienced competitor, of course, wrestling in TNA, former star in WWE, but Lena Kross not far behind, a tag team champion in Japan.
I think she busted that ringside barrier, throwing you through it.
That's the power of Lena Kross. And the thing that you've got to watch for with Lena Kross, the arsenal is wide as she goes for a cover here, only gets 2, trying to become the new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. But the real killer in the arsenal is that Ushi-Giroshi, the cross-breaker. Ash is going to have to use her speed just like that to avoid those powerful moves as she goes to launch herself into the corner, but Lena Kross catches her effortlessly and a massive German suplex.
Lena Kross has Ash by Elegance scouted.
Now, this is just my opinion, but I think if you are watching this match and you've heard of Ash by Elegance, but not as much heard of Lena Kross, that could change very soon. There are big eyes on Lena around the world, and with performances like this, it's not hard to see why. Lena Kross taking advantage of that 5 count on the ropes.
There we go. Get into it.
As Lena talks to ref Michael, Jess Troy choking Ash by Elegance on those ring ropes.
I think Ash might have had like an eyelash loose or something like that, and Jess was just trying to help her with it.
You're talking absolute nonsense, Todd. Jess was cheating.
Jess, I've known Jess for years. She's a very nice person, and she would help someone out like that. Ooh,
helping out her partner in the rebellion, Lena Kross, I think. Kross catches Ash coming off the ropes. And the spin disrupting the equilibrium of Ash by Elegance there. Like we've spoken about before, every one of those covers forces air out of the lungs of Ash by Elegance. Even if it's a 2 count, even if it doesn't win the match for Lena Kross, it tilts things in her favor ever so slightly more.
So look at her take her time.
The crowd here ready for Lena Kross to be champion. It feels kind of inevitable.
Right now, this is Lena Kross's world, and Ash by Elegance is just living in it. Oh! That's exactly what I was talking about.
Whoa.
Yeah, that would suck.
Now tell me if this is correct, Todd. What I've heard is the best way to take a chop is to try to lean into it to give your body that space to move backwards. But when it's this intimidating...
No, the best way is to not take a chop. That is the best way is to avoid that at all costs. You've got idiots here that are paying, like Matt Cardona, money to chop him. I mean, how dumb do you have to be? Don't get chopped. Avoid it.
I've seen some chops in my time, but what Lena Kross is delivering right now are more like slashes. Ash by Elegance ducks out of the way and delivers a series of chops of her own.
You see what I mean? They suck. Don't avoid them at all costs, or just get clothesline. I mean, that's the way to avoid it. There we go.
And that low clothesline by Lena Kross only gets 2, and Lena clearly disappointed in that.
Do you know what's more scary than Lena Kross just slowly, methodically tearing somebody down? That is Lena Kross being angry and doing it quickly.
You're not wrong. And we've seen what Matt Cardona said earlier this evening, that the plan is for him, the Parea, and Lena Kross to hold all of the gold in World Series Wrestling. Oh my goodness.
Good night. Cover now, Lena. Get on it.
And we have a new World Series Wrestling women.
She wasted time then. She wasted time. She was a second away.
Even with that wasted time, how did Ash by Elegance kick out of that? Her head almost came off her neck.
A lot of that is just like instinct. You train for long enough to know that if you hear that hand hit you the second time, you need to get off the mat. It's something that you don't even realize you're doing it sometimes. No one intentionally lies down for 3 seconds here.
It's true, and the incredible experience of Ash by Elegance clearly coming into play.
There's that back elbow again. Is she gonna let? Oh, she went to do it. She went to go for that boot again. Michael Kent needs to watch out. Here we go.
Lena Kross went for that boot again, got caught on the top rope, and now the forearms and chops of Ash by Elegance delivered to Lena Kross. Goes for a bulldog. Kross pushes her off, comes off the ropes into the wheelbarrow, grabs around the back of the head. Lena's got control. Ash tries to fight out, gets the bulldog by pushing off the ropes there, and makes the cover. 1-2, only a 2 count.
You notice what I was talking about though? Like when Lena is in control, it's slow, it's methodical. As soon as Ash by Elegance gets a little bit of control, she tries to speed that up as quick as possible because she's trying to run as much air out of Lena as possible.
And you can see the cartwheel into the back elbow. There's the speed. The bulldog again. And again, the pace does not let up. Cartwheel splash only gets the 2.
There's a certain economy in that speed. Like you're not wasting as much energy because you're trying to get out as much as possible quickly.
Very true. In Lena Kross's motion, you see she starts and then pauses, doesn't. Jessica Troy making her presence known in this match, distracting Ash by Elegance.
I think Jess had Jess was worried because one of Ash's boot laces was a bit loose.
Ash's boots are fine. Jess Troy is getting in the way of this match.
The tripping hazard.
And now Lena Kross has control. Superplex.
There we go. Get over and cover her. Get over and cover and get your belt.
If Lena Kross was covering Ash by Elegance now, we would have a new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion.
She finally gets her.
Only a 2 count.
There wasn't enough in it to be able to hook the leg, and that really paid dividends for Ash by Elegance.
On top of that, you could see the damage done to Lena Kross as part of that superplex. Just took enough out of her that she couldn't immediately capitalize into the cover, giving Ash by Elegance that little bit of breathing room, those extra few seconds to recover.
Lena just talking to her. I'm going to take your belt.
There's the forearm from Ash by Elegance, and returned by Lena Kross.
Another big forearm.
Again, credit to Ash by Elegance for even surviving these forearms. They are thundering.
See, I had somebody asked me, why do they use forearms and not fists? It's like, because it's a lot harder to break a forearm than it is a fist.
Very true.
Reversed into a DDT!
Satellite DDT there from Ash by Elegance. Only the 2 count, though, from Lena Kross. And the incredible thing there was the positioning of Ash by Elegance. Lena Kross is so tall, so long, that she's almost always near a rope. So Ash by Elegance has to do some expert positioning to keep it from being a rope break.
Speaking of positioning there, Lena saw what was happening and she rolled herself from the other side of the ring.
Ash by Elegance not too happy with that, grabbing Lena Kross by the hair. Looked like Ash was going to go for a suplex there. Oh, but was deposited by Lena Kross, and that knee almost got the 3, but not quite. Shock from both Lena Kross and Jessica Troy there that Ash by Elegance was not put away. Now Lena attempting that cross killer that I talked about earlier. Ash rolls through, manages to get the 2 count, but Lena Kross somehow gets out of the trap.
Oh, she tried to block that too, and her feet went right through it.
Only a 2 count though. Even if it's only a few more seconds, Ash by Elegance is still the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, and Lena Kross is throwing a tantrum about it.
She can kick and scream all she wants, and I want her to win, but she needs to hook that leg. She needs to really cinch up on these pins if she expects to beat someone like Ash by Elegance.
I don't know that I would say I want Lena Kross to win, but it's hard not to predict it.
Jess to do something here.
Oh, and Jessica Troy has got that World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. Looked like setting up for a cheap shot there. And Ref Michael slightly distracted.
Oh!
And the head scissors sends Lena Kross directly into Jessica Troy. Ash by Elegance now waiting. Lena turns around. Code breaker by Ash by Elegance.
She hits this, it is done.
Ash going to the top. Lena in the correct corner this time.
Swanton.
Delivered with precision. Rolls Lena Kross, and Jess Troy manages to get the foot of Lena Kross on the rope. Break the count.
I would defend her for most things, but I can't. Well, but payback is it? Yeah. See what it is? Ash stopped Jess before, didn't she? Hey?
And now,
what?
Jessica Troy has been ejected from ringside.
Why didn't they eject?
Great call from the referee here. We are not going to have any more nonsense like that.
One-sided officiating right now.
Oh, come on, Todd. That was clear cheating. Oh, and the belt shot in the ring by Lena Kross.
What? What happened?
Referee occupied by Jessica Troy.
Oh.
Cross breaker by Lena.
Is this... Oh my Lord, we've got ourselves a new champion, Lena Kross.
Here is your winner and new World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Lena Kross.
This is part one of the takeover Matt Cardona said was going to happen before the end of this tournament, tour. With Lena Kross winning the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship.
through nefarious means with the help of Jessica Troy.
That is paid. That is right there. Is so like reaping what you sow. Ash by Elegance came out and involved herself in Jess Troy's match earlier tonight. Yes.
Ash by Elegance stopped Jess Troy from cheating earlier tonight, and now Jess Troy has cheated to help Lena Kross not get pinned by Ash by Elegance, and Lena Kross capitalized on the distraction by hitting Ash by Elegance with that title belt.
I mean, she stuck herself into Jess Troy's business, and then Jess Troy made Ash by Elegance her business. And now we have a new World Series Wrestling Champion in Lena Kross.
I don't agree with the methods, but I can't argue with the results.
And good luck to anyone challenging this girl. The biggest bitch in the Indies. Now this, we go from that match into something that will be an absolute bar burner. This will tear apart Eden's Hill Hotel, the main event for night 2.
The following match is your main event of the evening and is scheduled for 1 fall.
On his sweater already, mom's forgetting he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, off the blast. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. That is he know. He won't have it. He knows it's all bad to these ropes. It don't matter. He's focused. Out in the music, the moment he's focused. You better never let go. Introducing first, weighing in at 1,000 tons of polished marble. From Mount Olympus, the kings of the continent, Eli Theseus, Gabriel Eros, the Parea!
You might not like their tactics, you might not like their attitude, but you cannot deny that this is the best tag team running around Australia at the moment. So much so that they have taken their skills and chanced their arm to move themselves to America to put themselves on the biggest stage. And right now in Australia, World Series Wrestling Night 2, the main event, is the biggest stage. They are cocky, but when you're that good, they have every right to be. calls himself the Indie God, and with what he has done in independent wrestling, it is hard to argue this. He is a luggage handler's nightmare. The amount of belts this boy has collected over the time here in independent wrestling. He is the complete Matt Cardona. First match in World Series Wrestling Night 1, the Bollywood Boyz wrestled the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Championships away from the Parea. They've got Eden's rocking at the moment.
But when you stand near Raj Dhesi in person, you realize what a Goliath he is.
Yeah, he's a massive human being. I was saying to someone while they were doing the meet and greets before the show, you don't really realize how big Raj Dhesi is when you've been watching him on TV for years until you see him in a crowd of people and he's a head taller than everybody.
You see Raj Dhesi stand next to the Bollywood Boyz and you don't quite believe it, but the Bollywood Boyz are fairly tall.
He passes what they call is the airport test. Like when he walks through an airport, you know this guy is somebody. Oops, there's some problems going on over there.
The fans are not enjoying the presence of Matt Cardona
making
and
friends,
the Parea.
Making dollars, making friends. The life of Matt Cardona. Brother in the front row, wearing a bootleg Austin 316 shirt, trying to pretend he's got more money than Matt Cardona. That is hilarious.
Let's talk about the gold that has been held by the men we're looking at. Matt Cardona, a former WWE Intercontinental Champion. But the fans in the building more concerned about his wife.
Yeah, he's also like a quarter former WWE Tag Team Champion, a half WWE Women's United States Champion. I mean, he's done a lot.
Raj Dhesi, on the other hand, a former WWE champion.
The funny thing is, right, if you are, like, and this crowd loves getting into Matt Cardona and calling him Chelsea's bitch, and if you are discounting how good a talent Matt Cardona is by trying to say that, then you are definitely not paying attention to how good Matt Cardona is.
One of the things about Matt Cardona is he is always ready to run away from a fight, as he does right there, tagging in Eli Theseus.
I mean, this is a no DQ, no holds barred match. How long is this going to happen before this devolves into?
Well, the crowd has already devolved into some name calling here. And now one half of the Parea are making their way into the ring. Former World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Those titles now held by the men on the apron, the Bollywood Boyz, who managed to win the titles in Melbourne last night.
That is a long way down.
Enormous vertical suplex there from the Maharaja as Eli Theseus tries to tag out. Era of the Bollywood Boyz making impact there. And the tag team prowess of the Bollywood Boyz here. This is a team that has had a lot of experience together, know each other very well, and I don't just mean the Bollywood Boyz. Along with Raj Dhesi, these three men have worked together a lot. Six-man tag action going to work very well for them.
They're very smart in playing those quick tags. Always keeping a fresh man in.
Especially when you've got men that you're fighting the size of Eli Theseus. And now Gabriel Eros making his way into the ring, but taking back elbows from the Bollywood Boyz for his trouble. And they have a little dance about it before stereo elbow drops to the Parea.
They are asking for trouble, getting men that are already lunatics mad.
Now Eli Theseus, the legal man in the ring against the Maharaja. Raj Dhesi looking for something there, but it gets cut off.
Shortcut.
And And now Matt Cardona makes his way into the ring. The clothesline gets ducked, and a boot to the face takes down the always ready Matt Cardona, but both members of the Parea break it up, and now a brawl breaks out between the two tag teams.
This is what we were waiting for.
Now let's not forget, this is not just a six-man tag match. This is no disqualification.
Matt Cardona crawling around looking for plunder.
The Bollywood Boyz getting 10 shots in against the Parea, who just clash into each other in the middle of the ring.
What's he got in his hand?
Oh, that's one of the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Championships, is that right?
Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal.
Definitely legal, maybe not morally correct.
It's a no DQ. Where's your... Now look at them, attack dogs. Look at them go.
Eros and Theseus beating up Raj Dhesi on the outside. A 2-on-1 attack
What
there.
are they going for now? He's demanding weapons. We got a chair. Oh, we got a lid.
There's another chair. Oh. Cracking across the skull.
This could be a quick
of
night.
Dhesi.
There's nothing scarier than the Parea when they're A, angry, and B, on top and angry. Because they are ruthless attack dogs.
The thing that surprised me is, they seem to be taking orders from Matt Cardona.
Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you listen to someone with as much experience as Matt Cardona?
The Mad Dogs given direction is a scary thought. But now the Bollywood Boyz.
There we go. Cut him off. Cut him off. There we go. Teach him.
The numbers game playing to the advantage of the Parea and the internet champion.
I have been across the ring managing against the Parea, and they are a scary force when they're on top.
I was scared seeing them walk to the ring when I opened the show tonight. They are not men who it is fun to stare down from across the way.
Well, Cardona grabbing a beer.
And the beer spat right in the face of Sierra there.
He wanted some beer. Just like all you.
Oh, front row enjoyed that as well.
An entire beer splashed
Yes, celebrate,
across the
boys.
face.
Job well done. Celebrate. There you go.
Both Bollywood Boyz smelling like an Outback pub.
Where's your Chelsea call now, lads? Oh, very quiet for the boys. Yeah, Ross lining him up. Oh!
Drop kick through the lid of that trash can there.
See, this is also very smart for the Parea. If they can weaken these guys up, if they can injure them before they hit Adelaide, before they hit Sydney, then those World Series Wrestling Tag titles are coming back.
You have to assume there is a rematch clause in the contract of the Parea, and they would like to do as much damage as they can tonight to make it easier when that rematch occurs.
Proud Greek boys.
The Parea, you could say, wasting time here, dancing with that Greek flag. Cardona just lording it over the Bollywood Boyz there.
Where is Raj Dhesi? He seems like he must have taken one hell of a beating. He might be in actually some trouble here. Oh dear. Yep.
Is that a door?
That's a door. And they aren't the easiest things to break.
You can see the weight of that door as these men try to lift it. sometimes wrestlers use tables or a thin bit of plywood.
It's harder to buy tables now. There's a large shortage of those type of tables.
Is it easier to buy doors?
Yes, because like boys, turn around.
A super kick to the face of Matt
There you
Cardona.
go.
And the Parea take the advantage back with the use of weapons to knock down the Bollywood Boyz there.
They need to get Matt away from that. Oh no. Raj Dhesi's in the ring.
And he's lining it up. Cardona against that
Oh!
table. And it has exploded.
Okay, I take that back. Doors aren't. Oh, okay, maybe they are hard to break, but it's just been broken right through it. Yes, that is correct. Holy shit.
If you're watching at home and you want to think about that impact there, go try launching yourself into your front door. See how it feels. See if you go right through it.
Again, please don't suggest that to these fans. Please don't do that at home, people. Because you probably don't live in good neighborhoods.
I thought that went without saying. Good neighborhoods? What are you talking
Well,
about?
I mean, come on. It's fair.
And the fight making its way over to the bar now. I cannot see a thing. I'm having to rely on our monitor here.
There we go. That's what we have a monitor for, lad.
The chop delivered there. Our cameras trying their best to capture the action. And the head bounced off the bar there.
Parea and the Bollywood Boyz.
Cheers from the Bollywood Boyz to the Parea as another drink.
Fighting at the bar.
Vibes of the APA here as the Parea and the Bollywood Boyz brawl in front of the booze.
You need to get in contact with Mr. Monero and get him some portable cams so we can follow what's going on. They've gone.
We cannot see a thing. I don't know where these men have gone.
They're fighting through the back. Nobody knows what's going on right now.
Have they ended up backstage? Oh, looking up at the stage here, I'm now seeing the Bollywood Boyz and the Parea.
Oh, here we go.
And that ring is hard enough out here on the floor, looking for Hades' curse, but not quite getting it. And it looks like
double sharpshooters.
Sharpshooters on the stage.
Proud Canadians right now.
And Matt Cardona climbing the stairs with a chair, but right behind him is the Maharaja, who steals the chair, delivers a blow to the midsection and cracks it across the back.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
It is locked in. Dhesi and the Bollywood Boyz with complete control here.
Referee Michael Kent just begging them to get it back in the ring. They had to know that this was going to happen.
Michael Kent does not have much authority here. He's not going to be counting when people are out of the ring. He's not disqualifying based on weapon shots. This is a brawl until there is a pin or a submission in the middle of the ring.
They're fighting off into the crowd yet again, folks. Now Hardcamp trying to keep up with where they are.
One of the Bollywood Boyz has made his way to the top of those speakers there.
Oh.
And off he goes!
And everybody is down.
This is chaos. Absolute chaos.
What can Michael Kent do right now, except for beg them to get up and get into the ring?
He can gently encourage them to make it back to the ringside area. That's about it.
Somebody's up, walking around.
I don't know how to call a match
Bollywood
like
Boyz.
this. I'm used to calling wrestling moves. But now the Bollywood Boyz deposit Gabriel Eros over the top of those barricades. Eli Theseus follows.
Jumped unceremoniously too. Oh,
And into that solid steel ring post goes Theseus.
the hardest part of the ring. To call back.
And now the Bollywood Boyz are setting up.
Oh,
Elbow
decapitation.
drop backbreaker combo from the Bollywood Boyz.
It was like a super demolition decapitation.
Look at the carnage in the ring. There's chairs, there's lids, there's broken door.
Oh, we got another door.
Another door? Front door broken, back door acquired.
You can't say I am. Someone in the crowd said I am the door. You can't say that when the door breaks. And that door was shattered last time.
No need for Matthew from Botchamania here.
Now you've jinxed us.
And chairs set up in the ring now, and it looks like the Bollywood Boyz might be trying to make some kind of contraption with this door, setting it up, laying it across the middle of the ring.
Oh, here comes. There we go, to the rescue. Oh, blocked.
Eros scrambling under that
There you
door.
go.
And now Theseus with the chair makes the save. Oh, right across the back there.
That's the way, lad. Take control. You know, it's hard because invariably Australians want to cheer for other Australians. So you know that they really must not like these boys to still boo them.
The crowd hates the Parea, and rightfully so. Looking for Hades' curse backbreaker here.
But is it going to go through the table? Yes. Oh! See,
And the table does not break.
see,
The
you jinxed
door,
us.
I should say, does not break.
You jinxed us. Well done, Lachlan.
Now we can say I am the door, but the cover gets made. The Maharaja saves the matchup using that trash can lid. We spoke about just how difficult those doors are to break open. Solid wood, and you can see
Powder.
powder delivered by Matt Cardona. Again, nothing that Ref Michael can do here. And Cardona has is that a picture of his face? Oh no, it is a toilet seat.
I will tell Matt Cardona what you said.
Please go. And now Matt Cardona with that toilet seat, ready to hit Dhesi. But Raj Dhesi delivers a kick to the midsection and sends Cardona through the loop and into the turnbuckle.
Oh, jeez. A little quick dusty elbow there. Oh.
Into the toilet seat goes Matt Cardona. And this could be
Here
the
comes
X
Lena
Factor. Lena Kross making her way to the ring. Grabs Ref Michael so that the 3 count can't be made.
What are you going to do? No DQ, bruh.
Raj Dhesi not happy with the interference, and a low blow by Cardona, as legal as a wrist lock in this match.
Right in the Maharajas. There we go.
That's going to say something about his little Bollywood Boyz there, as the 2
count.
count.
Come on, Ref.
By Ref Michael, only 2
Get it
there.
a bit quicker there. That was legitimately slow then. If I was Matt Cardona, I would be ropeable.
Matt Cardona now pointing to Lena Kross's women's championship that she just won, setting up the shot, but takes out Cardona with the title.
Oh no,
the
not
double
again.
clothesline ducked by the Maharaja, and the Parea take out Lena Kross. The Bollywood Boyz deliver shots to the Parea.
Well, they got.
It is all the Canadians here as they set up a trash can in the middle of the ring, and Cardona gets deposited through it.
That squashed that. Bin.
The trash has been taken out.
Bollywood Boyz!
Somewhere Bully Ray is calling a lawyer.
I don't know if you can see, but that chair that one of the Bollywood Boyz just tried to grab was the one that was holding up that door before. The reason the door didn't break, the chair absolutely folded.
I mean, they're dumb, but they're correct.
Broken clock here, Todd. The kicks to Cardona.
Oh, he went through it again.
That's it.
Oh.
Here
Two
are
doors.
your winners, the Bollywood Boyz and Raj Dhesi.
What a night we have had here at World Series Wrestling Night 2 in Brisbane. We have a new Australian champion in Matt Riddle. We have a new World Series Wrestling Women's champion in Lena Kross. The Bollywood Boyz and Raj Dhesi finishing off the night on top, putting Matt Cardona not through one, but 2 doors. What have they got in store?
And to finish the night off with a celebration by the looks of things. It is time to party here in Brisbane.
What are they going to do in Sydney? What are they going to do in Adelaide? These next 2 nights of this tour is going to be unbelievable.
If what's happened here at World Series Wrestling Legacy is anything to go by, there is plenty of action to come for you to catch on Triller. But on behalf of Todd Eastman and myself, Lachlan Albert from Wrestle Radio Australia, thank you for joining us here at World Series Wrestling Legacy. Good night.